would like to share with you a hand exercise program that is great for musicians. This program is useful for warm-ups, for increasing your flexibility, your agility, your strength, and your endurance. This project started after a discussion with Desi, an outstanding guitar teacher and author. Let us try a fun finger games together. So if you put your hand flat on the surface, I'll just do it on my chest to show you and lift each finger away from it. You probably find it's quite easy. Now, let's try that. If you bend your ring finger down, lift each finger, you could lift them. Now, bend your middle finger, put it down. I could do the thumb, I could do the index, I could do the pinky, but when I try to lift my ring finger, I actually have a hard time. So why is this? Because in anatomy, we have one muscle that goes to all of these four fingers. We call extensor digitorum communis. And there are linkages that link these together. But your index, your middle, and your pinky also has its additional independent tendon and muscle to lift it. Therefore, you could actually do it quite well. So therefore, when you actually bend down your middle finger, you actually hold your ring finger back, and therefore you cannot lift very easily. So our discussion started after Desi had noticed certain finger has better agility. Based on our little fun game and the anatomy, I would expect your ring finger to be the least agile. However, in Desi's case, he finds his pinky is the least agile. So why is this? I guess the answers might be complicated. For one of the reasons, apart from what we talked about, it might be due to how the nerves innervates our fingers, as the index in the middle versus the ring and the pinky, they're supplied by different nerves. We call the median and the ulnar nerve. The other possible reason I could see is maybe your strength to extend and flex your fingers are different between each finger. Normally, our pinky probably has the least amount of force versus our other fingers because it's the smallest. Or the last possibility, perhaps you have very unique anatomy that just helps you to have, better agility in your ring finger. I hope you'll find this discussion interesting and that the exercise program is helpful. But I agree with Desi, the best way to build your hands is to go out and play some songs. Play a whole gig, play a whole service, play many songs with just bar chords only, or play bass guitar where you need to push down a lot. The point is, go out, have fun, enjoy it. The following section will contain the detailed explanation of the exercise program. Before we go on, here is the disclaimer. So for the hand program, we could usually use different tools to help us get more strength and flexibility, such as these digiflex. You could do each finger and do the whole grip. Or we have these power web, which you put your hand in, you could squeeze them in like this and go out the other way. Or we have these tubes you could twist and improve your wrist. However, I would like to create a program that you don't need any extra tools, so you always have them with you, your hands. I will demonstrate them in the following section. So for the warm-up, we would like to rub our hands together as if you're washing your hands. This brings blood flow, circulation, and lubrication to the joints. So we could do that for a couple minutes, okay? And then you could try, I like to call this bird's beak. And you're gonna just rub them, okay? Rub them. Then I want you to try to make a big, tight fist. Squeeze, and then I want you to open your finger as far apart as you can and also extend it back this way, okay? Then we could do this by basically bending out at this knuckle. Okay, and then we do this ape's hand, which is just curling your tip. You could do that. I would do about 20 repetitions each. For the flexibility, I would like you to hold back your finger and then try to flex down the rest. Try to hold it a bit, okay? And there we go, we'll repeat. And obviously you're gonna try each finger. And try to relax the top so you could bend back more and flex the other. Don't fight it down too much. Then we're gonna do the opposite by bending down the finger first and try to extend your finger back, okay? Like that. Okay, so for our thumb, when our thumb is flat down, you could pull it out this way. We actually call that extension, okay? So you could pull it back. Then the thumb could go the other way. We call abduction. So if your palm is flat on the bed, you could go away to the sky or parallel to the floor, okay? For the fingers, you could try to spread them. So I basically just try to separate them, okay? Between each one of them. Okay, for the wrist, I want you to flex down first and try to push it back, okay? We'll call that flexion. Then you could go the other way, push it back, we call extension. Then we have this thing we call honor deviation, but I just call it karate chop. So you try to bend down and push that way. Then you do the opposite. I call it reverse karate chop, but basically you would bring it back up, okay? Now the last part, our hand could spin. So I'll spin over as if you're gonna get coins, and then you're gonna come over underneath, grab it, and twist this way. We'll call that supination. And then gonna do the opposite, turning your hand out as if you're playing piano. You're gonna go on top here and twist it that way. So for strengthening, I would like you to do this tip on tip. I want you to flex down with this hand and try to open with the other hand. So you're gonna stack your tip on tip and push down. Now, your flexor is much stronger than extensor, so don't go too hard, okay? And then you will flip the other way. So we'll do about 5-second hold, so you could do about 20 of them. Then I like to do these pad on pad. If you go the other way and lock it and try to open it up like that, okay? Well, try to pull them apart and flexing it that way. So for the abduction, you try to spread your finger apart. You're gonna use this hand to block it, okay? Then you switch to these two, and you switch to those. And again, your pinky is usually the weakest, so don't go too harsh. Then for our wrist, we're gonna bend down first. You could fight against each other, okay? And then go the other way. Again, we call extension. And then we could do karate chop, try to push down against yourself. And then the reverse, you're gonna go up and try to block it here, okay? Don't push it on the finger. Then we have the spinning. So I wanna do supination first. So I'm gonna come over and twist it this way to fight, okay? And then I want you to come twist this way. So you're gonna block it like this and go the other way, okay? So that's pronation.